Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're trying to make sense of this situation. We have an author of a book, which is a repurposed Harry Potter fanfic, getting canceled because it's a Harry Potter based fanfic. She got canceled from a convention. Again, 50 Shades of Grey was a huge success. I think it was a Twilight fanfic, and then they turned it into this big deal. So this is not like the first time it's happened, but because this is based on Harry Potter originally, people are having a huge deal with it, and they actually dropped this author from the convention. And we're going to talk about this because we got this one article on Pajiba, which is somehow still around. Pajiba talking about how it's wrong to profit off of anything related to Harry Potter. Meanwhile, they just dropped pictures of the cast for the new show, and JK Rowling continues to make money.
The irony is it's wrong to profit off of anything related to Harry Potter, says the company running it, who's called Mischief Management. Based on Mischief Managed because they were originally a Harry Potter fan thing. So it's okay when the company running it uses Harry Potter references. It's just not okay when one of the authors being brought in does a book that's a fan fiction.
So let's take a look at this. I mean, this is like... It's so damn weird, and it's always in the fan space, the convention space, the gaming journalism space, that anybody associated with Harry Potter gets called out and canceled, even if it's like, 6 degrees of Harry Potter. Like, you're not even directly involved with it. You're going to get canceled by certain people because they have no power to cancel the TV show. They have no power to cancel the brand deals, the stuff that actually matters. They have no power, but they can cancel you from a convention. They can cancel you from the gaming journalists can get you canceled from your job at, Avalanche. That was the thing that happened because, and they're going to try to boycott the Harry Potter video game. And they actually wound up making it one of the best selling games of the year. Way to go. So let's talk about the Harry Potter insanity, all because we don't like JK Rowling's tweets. That's literally what this is about. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to news.clownfishtv.com for more pop culture news and podcasts that you will not find here. And I think we have to walk it back a little bit to understand. Like, look, I don't follow the romantasy scene.
I don't either.
Obviously. Sorry. But I do know that most fantasy books now are very girly. They seem very girly. Like, it used to be swords and sorcery and lot of like battle axes and tits, and
now they're just straight up porn.
No, it's basically mommy porn. Yeah, that's what it is. And you go like Target or even some of the bigger Walmarts, and there's just like all kinds of books like this. But
I was at Walmart with the kids the other day, and my son picked up a book and said, or was it my daughter? One of the two. I think it was my son. Picked it up and said, "See this book? It's pretty much porn." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, I can believe it. So this is a screen rant a couple of days ago, and then we'll fast forward to where we're at right now. Rose and Chains is the latest. It's called Rose and Chains. Rose and Chains by Julie Soto is the latest controversial romantasy release. The online outrage explained. So it's getting plenty of attention. Not all of it's positive. It's the latest in a line of romantasy novels to spark heated debate on TikTok and Threads. Oh my God. So Rose and Chains is facing backlash in the book spaces due to its fan fiction origins, though its background has been a topic of discussion for months now. Conversations have heated up following its debut, with many readers drawing a line in the sand when it comes to supporting the 2025
but here's the
novel.
Thing. If it's, I'm sure it was initially based on that, but I'm sure at this point in time they've taken it into a different direction, or like changed it enough that you can't say it's actually those two characters.
Right. So it was a fan fiction centered on Draco Malfoy and Hermione, a ship. A second novel drawing inspiration from the pairing came out the same day. Let's see. Rose and Chains is spun out from a fic called The Auction. Both massive, both of these books, they had I can't keep track of these. Alchemized is reworked from the popular story Manacled. I thought it said
I don't understand. So no one's making up their own shit anymore. They're just...
What? So that's the thing we're doing. Okay, so we live in a world. In a world where some of the best-selling authors out there are just shippers repurposing somebody else's characters, and then they
stories apparently
stories, and then they just change it just enough to make it 25% different. Oh God. Okay, so there was that. So apparently there were multiple Harry Potter fanfic books. There were other books that started out as Raylo. What the fuck?
Yeah, this person that gets the
hold on. This is okay. My brain hurts. Okay, 50 Shades of Grey. I did know that. 50 Shades of Grey started as a Twilight fanfic.
Right.
And Anna Todd's After stemmed from a story based on One Direction.
I don't even know.
Well-known authors like Cassandra Clare and Marissa Meyer also started their careers writing fan fiction before moving on to traditional publishing. Okay, that tracks, I know. While their books aren't reworked from their earlier stories, readers have pointed out possible crossover in the scenes and characters. Certain books have also started out as Raylo fanfics, like Allie Hazelwood's The Love Hypothesis, and these can't be their real names, and Thea Guanzon's The Hurricane Wars, not to be confused with Star Wars. Raylos. The Raylos are getting publishing deals now. The Raylos are getting book advances. The rush to publish.
He looks like Dramamine.
That's what I thought was Dramamine. The rush to publish books based on the Dramamine ship has raised legitimate questions about whether traditionally published fanfic hurts the art form and the community surrounding it.
Yeah, the answer is if you're ripping off people's characters, ripping people off stories, then yes, it does hurt because it's like you're not doing anything that's your own.
All right, so that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is the JK Rowling connection. They said there are all debates cropping up thanks to new releases like Rose and Chains, though the July romantasy book is also getting criticism for a more sinister reason, all bold. Many are uncomfortable with its indirect ties to Harry Potter and thus JK Rowling. Discussions about the overall push to publish and monetize fanfic were front and center leading up to the release, but readers are concerned that giving these stories attention is indirectly platforming Harry Potter.
I mean, when you read 50 Shades of Grey or whatever, you don't think this is Twilight. So I doubt this book is like that close to actually being the characters.
Yeah, the marketing and conversations are pushing the Dramamine angle. This keeps attention on Harry Potter, which may lead to further sales and helps keep the story alive. I wouldn't want to be like, yeah, hey, this was a fanfic based on I wanted to make them kiss, and I did, and now it's a book about other people kissing. They're adding fuel to the backlash, yada yada yada. Okay, so we know that we get basically the backstory now. Romance Con
backstory is fan fiction turned into a book. People that are pissed at JK Rowling are mad at this person who isn't connected to JK Rowling because they drew inspiration from JK Rowling, basically.
Yeah. So Soto, the author, is one of many people being forced to contend with the perils of profiting from an IP created by a bigot.
Oh my God. But they were like worshiping the ground she walked on when she said Dumbledore was gay.
Romance Con is an annual convention centered on celebrating romance novels and their readers, writers, and the wider community. It was founded by Mischief Management. Yes, irony.
Yes, Mischief Management, who used to do the Leaky Cauldron. So the name is deliberately chosen to be Harry Potter related.
Yeah, the Leaky Cauldron was one of the biggest Harry Potter sites out there. Yeah,
right. So they put a statement of condemnation out against Rowling in 2020. That being said, they didn't change the company name. It's still Mischief Management. So I think it's highly ironic if they're going to try to punish an author because you're trying to profit off of JK Rowling and Harry Potter because she's a bigot, but they're going to attend a convention run by people who used to do Leaky Cauldron and call their company Mischief Management. They didn't change their company name, did they? But they were so adamant and they went to condemn it so hard. Why didn't they change their company name?
And they still do LeakyCon, apparently. Mm-hmm. As of 2024, they're still doing that.
Well, the Mischief Management seems to not have a problem with this author because they brought the author in. The problem is other people that were going to be guests or whatever, writers, are saying they're not going to come because of the fact that this person was there and their ties to Harry Potter. But my point is, but they're going to the convention called Mischief Management based on Harry Potter,
right?
And the Leaky Cauldron. So they're so out of sorts about this other writer. They're not going to come, but they have no qualms. They had no qualms coming when it was Mischief Management running it.
Yeah, and the entire management company grew out of a Harry Potter fan site. Like they owe their existence to a Harry Potter fan site.
So what I'm saying is, I don't think it was the con that was telling her she couldn't come because they were the ones invited her. What I'm saying is, these people that are so indignant and so upset and so, up in arms about this author coming because her book was loosely based on Harry Potter, who are other authors who would probably sell less stuff, just point that out.
Right.
But they're so upset that they have to pull out because they're just so upset this person's coming. Had no problem attending the event run by a company called Mischief Management that ran Harry Potter stuff. But they're outraged by this author that they had to pull out, but they were completely on board before that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a total hypocritical double standard load of shit.
So they mutually agreed that she's no longer going to attend. This happens again. This is what I want to talk about with cancel culture, is that these people really don't have any power in the bigger scheme of things, in the grander scheme of things, right? But they still have power in the convention spaces and the terminally online message boards and the groups or whatever. And really, this probably has more to do with let's take out some competition.
And even people that were attending, if they were mad and they weren't going to come because that author was going to be there, you still were going to go to an event run by a company named after a Harry Potter thing.
Well, look at some of the replies here. Can we get refunds of people we went to the event for keep canceling and leaving? This is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
So they're getting pushback for that too.
Good. Because it's ridiculous. And those people were like, I just thought it's like, right, I shouldn't be coming because this person wrote a book that might sell better. I mean, that is associated with Harry Potter, so I shouldn't be here. But I have no problems signing with a company associated with Harry Potter and the event in the first place. There's no double standard here at all. And the company condemned JK Rowling, still had a convention and didn't change their name. There's no double standard here at all, guys.
Yeah, they're like, this is just one of two Dramamine fanfics released by publishers. I can't believe this is where we're at, though. This is the bigger story for me, is like proper book publishers are publishing fanfics, Raylo fanfics and Harry Potter fanfics, changing the names, and then they're pushing it out to Target, and it's like, what the hell is going on here? And meanwhile, you've got people that are actually probably very, very talented that aren't getting a break, but they just didn't write a Raylo fanfic or some shit.
Same thing happened in comics. They would kept giving deals to people who didn't never earned out to begin with, and they kept getting deal after deal, and then they would let no one else no new people have turns, and they keep giving book deals to the same people who don't even make enough money back to earn out of the contract.
Okay, so this is the author of this article at Pajiba. Kaylee Donaldson. Wasn't Kaylee Donaldson one of the Mary Sue people?
I don't know.
That name sounds familiar.
I know
anyway,
name from somewhere.
This whole thing goes on about this whole thing goes on about how much they hate Harry Potter. So they're like, does a Harry Potter fanfic, one where Rowling doesn't get any money from its sale, buoy the IP and help keep it alive even as its author descends into moldy madness? I would argue yes. With Soto's book and the other two Dramamine fanfics, the connection to the source material has been crucial in their marketing.
Okay, hold on. Okay, counterpoint. Is the person who's constantly writing articles like this trying to piggyback off of JK Rowling and the controversy around her to try to get views? Is that a conflict that's somehow giving more publicity to JK Rowling? I would say yes.
Make no mistake, Julie Soto, her publisher and the industry at large, wants you to know that Harry Potter is alive and well, and you can get a saucy new take on your favorite racist and his bullying victim through these books.
And cool. Make no mistake, this author wants the same thing for themselves, but just based on hating JK Rowling.
So this fan fiction, which the majority of people don't even know exists, let's be honest, and even if they did, they wouldn't know it's connected to Harry Potter, is nothing compared to all the buzz around the new TV show that's going to make her a lot of money, and the deal she's got with Lego, and the deal she's got with Universal, and the deal she has with Hershey chocolate. I mean, seriously, this is what I'm talking about. They go after the weak spots, the smaller fish, the ones they know they can take. They wouldn't have the balls to actually go after HBO because they know they can't get anywhere with HBO. So they're going to bully some convention
I'm sorry. I'm just too busy, like, just thinking about how ironic it is. This person is what they're saying in the article is they're doing the exact same thing. Hypocrisy up your arsa.
Oh God. So it just goes on and on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's more.
Oh my God, there's paragraphs and paragraphs of it. I'm just gonna pick some random sentences
Wow,
here.
the only people who let JK Rowling, go into oblivion and forget she exists, except for these writers who keep making articles up about things associated with her to get attention.
The problem is Harry Potter fans still buy her books, go to the theme parks, and see that terrible play. That's money that goes directly into her pockets. You can easily point at Felton or John Lithgow and be like heinous loser behavior and them signing on to Harry Potter projects because there's an active show of support to a bigot. Their payday is tied to hers. With fandom stuff, the waters are muddier.
So is this person's payday. This person's payday is tied to hating on JK Rowling. It's the same thing. You're doing the exact same thing, you dumb idiot.
Oh my God. Rowling has made it perfectly clear she sees financial support of her work as a direct endorsement of her views. Being ignorant of that in 2025 is a choice. I know being ignorant of writing articles like this and not understanding how it's no different than what you're complaining about is a choice. I know I'm especially hard-edged on this issue compared to many others, but I view people with Hogwarts houses in their social media bios the same way I do with those with MAGA hashtags. It's a proud bellowing of your politics, whether you like it or not, and I'll cross the road in traffic to get away from you. Or flags in your bio? That's a hard stance, too. I'm just saying. I imagine LeakyCon's pulled in some serious cash for its organizers. And I bet Julie Soto will see a few bucks from still ardent Harry Potter fans. They would not be rebooting the series. They would not be making $1 million additions to Universal if there wasn't a demand for Harry Potter content. Like, you live in a totally different world from reality. Yeah, but she's obviously living in a different world from reality because everything that she's complaining about, these people profiting off of, she is doing the same thing with this article. There's too much money on the line for the so-called progressives to let this increasingly out-of-date and hate-fueling IP die on the vine. It's why Warner Brothers is pushing forward with that TV show that's surrounded by red flags. Eventually, it will become too embarrassing for them to keep doing so. But for now, they don't care. No, they don't care because, like, who are you? Like, you're a big nobody. No one knows your name. I don't even remember what your name was. I don't even remember. But everybody knows her name who JK Rowling who is. I'm sorry. No one gives two shits who you are. I know her name from somewhere. She probably just carpetbags from like trash website to trash website. Look, they're putting a lot of money into this. A lot of people are super excited about the show. Some people are like, why are we doing this already again? But other people are like, yeah, it actually looks more like the books so far. They're not showing you Snape, by the way. No, we haven't seen Snape yet. We've seen pretty much everybody else, and they're keeping Voldemort a secret. They think it's going to be Cillian Murphy, though. But I can't appreciate the early 90s. He's even got like Reebok pumps or something on there, Dudley, because it takes place in the early 90s. So I can appreciate that. Yeah, I remember those days too. We got to wrap this up. It's just going to it just goes on. Hypocritical BS. Long story short, they're a hypocrite. These people blah blah bigots blah. Yeah, everybody's a hypocrite in the story. To be honest with you, I mean, the person that did the fan fiction got a book deal, and then the people were at she was going to a convention that's run by Harry Potter people because they're mischief managed, and the people that are supposedly so offended that they were going to pull out, they're hypocrites. This author's a hypocrite. The fact that Mischief Managed uses the name Mischief Managed even though they condemned JK Rowling is hypocritical. All I see is hypocrite everywhere. Smells like hypocrite. Hypocrites everywhere. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Yes. I can't wait till the show drops. That's gonna be just absolutely delightful, isn't it? Going Black online Snake shows up. It's gonna be woo. Black Snake. It's gonna get interesting. Oh my God. All right. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later. Bye. For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.